Hi, hi, hello, how are you?
Really? You don't remember me? I'm Christopher. You interviewed with me the month before.
I just remembered you, Christopher. Really? We talk about technology, right?
Yeah, that happened. And what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my class starts.
My, well, my bad. That's interesting, but oh, my cell phone rings. My God, how I could have forgotten this.
Is it important?
It's so important, my friends. The match Peru versus Argentina is tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? Do you believe in that team?
Of course, I believe in that team. Uh, do you remember the last America Championship Cup?
Oh yes, I remember well, but I think that they could have a lot of good luck. That's only.
I don't think so because the team found a new soccer players uh, that nobody gives anything for them. Nowadays, they are important tools for us, and the most important is that they can play the next game without problems.
Oh, so do you trust that this soccer player could win Argentina? Remember that Lionel Messi plays in this soccer team, and Messi is one of the most important soccer players in the world. So my friend, he also plays in Barcelona Football Club. That's
Yeah, that is the wonderful and beautiful the soccer games has because if you remember, 4 months ago, Peru won Brazil.
yes.
Soccer Brazilian team should have been winner because they or it has best players than us. So, but it didn't happen. We won. Thank Brown Brilliant's goal, if you remember.
Yes, my friend, but I still thinking that mm, we we wouldn't classify to the soccer world championship.
Who knows, my friend? But well, I can know that you enjoy those kind of moments. But I would like to, well, what things made you laugh exactly?
Oh, that's interesting. That you asking me is a good question. Things that make me laugh are, for example, when I saw comedies like Two and a Half Men, and also when I see cartoons like South Park. South
Yeah,
Park
so
is a really nice
yeah,
cartoon.
those programs made me laugh too. But why those programs made you laugh?
I don't know exactly what they made me laugh, but I think these programs are really funny, and they contain many unexpected events. That's really nice because when things are predictable are kind of boring. Also, in the case of Two and a Half Men, the actors who interpret the main characters are really nice, and also I enjoyed too much the season with Charlie Sheen. Um, South Park is the case of South Park. South Park is a cartoon that includes many funny moments. But if you so deeply South Park, it's a good criticism to the modern lifestyle.
Yeah, we're talking about comedies, but we know that uh, those kind of there are kind of humor that depends on ages and also people's preferences. What do you think about it?
Yes, I agree with you because my mother said me all the time not to so park in front of my nephews because it has adult content. I think that humor depends on the audience. I think there are some programs which are not available for all people. If you put a child seeing so park, probably this child create a confusion in her mind.
Yeah, also, well, the humor classifies thought preferences. In my case, I rather see movies that, if it's comedy, it includes satire or black humor. I think that if those things are included in that kind of movie, it's like a smart humor.
Yes, I also enjoy this kind of humor, but I, I, I also enjoy ironic humor. Ironic humor is it's interesting for me because it shows us wild situations And it's interesting to think about these situations, their consequences, their causes, and the result of these situations. I try to put myself in the main
Okay.
character side and try to imagine what happened.
Yeah, the ironic humor includes misunderstanding of their characters, um, most of which are so funny. So in this case, I think that the comedy should include unexpected moments because it's so boring if it isn't uh, those kind of movies.
Yes, I think yes, misunderstanding in are funny in comments or movies, but in real life they are not funny. The last week I had some problems with my girlfriend because she is too jealous and he thought bad all the time. That's sad because I don't know I don't do anything that could
Yeah,
hurt their feelings.
yeah, but well, I think that mm, the girls are more complicated than quantum physics. So we need or we try to care about the problem, and also I think that fight is not the best way to solve the problem.
Yes, I agree with you. The best thing to avoid these situations is try to is through good communication. Try to understand what the other person are saying that, and also we need to we should be empathic. We need to put in the other person's side and try to understand what situations or what things encourage these people to say that or act in that way. That's important for me.
Oh my god, the time is up again, my friends. It's my pleasure to talk about
Okay.
any kind of
Yes, my friend. Thanks for the interesting conversation.
yeah.